Hey there, Z here, and if I sound a little weird, it's because I'm just getting over a cold, so ignore all that. And I know it's been a while since I've done like a commentary, just kind of a talking about whatever kind of thing, mainly because I try to stay away from commentaries. I try to stay away from them because they are very... I don't know. They're addicting. They're easy to do. Low editing, low stuff. You just say what you want. You put it on the internet, and then people watch it. Some people don't. So I try to not do it as much. I try to only make a commentary when I have something to talk about, something that's been irking me, or just something that's been on my mind. And I would like to start by saying sorry about the long wait. I'm doing something a little bit different for my next review. And it's taken a little bit longer to get the game footage, to get to do the editing. It's very heavily edited, so it's taken a little bit longer. Sorry, I'm having myself a little cocktail here because my doctor did say that alcohol helps cure colds, you know, or I mean disinfects wounds. It's something medical, but I'm gonna blame my doctor for this because. Doctor said something about rubbing alcohol. I mean, this is whiskey. You know, kind of the same thing. They're both alcohols. So, but I would like to kind of start this very low energy commentary. Again, I'm sorry. I'm loopy right now because it's midnight. It's midnight, and like that's when like sickness really hits you hard. Like it feels like you're coming down from a high or something like that, where you're just your brain swimming, and the alcohol probably doesn't help either way, but I've noticed that there was a lot of people subscribing and a lot of people liking recently. A lot of people have stayed and watched a lot of my videos, and it's fantastic. I want to say I really do appreciate that. All the work that I do, like I said, this is kind of like a second job for me, but I do put a lot of hours into editing. I do put a lot of hours into perfecting, not really perfecting, but making the script legible, somewhat intelligent. Honestly, it sometimes it doesn't come off as that. Like, I'll type everything that's just going down on my mind, and if I'm being distracted by something else, I'll read it back later when I'm not as busy, and I'm just like, I don't even know what I was doing there. Was I rubbing my nutsack over the keyboard? Is that how I was typing? I have no idea what I was talking about right here, and then I have to rewrite it, and whatever. It feels good whenever people, I mean, you don't even have to look at positive comments, because I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to bullshit nobody here. I am one of those people who look at their statistics like 16 times a day, simply because, I mean, honestly, seeing if somebody stayed more than 5% of my video and only watched 5% of it before leaving, once I see over 50%, it's like, you liked it enough to watch half of it. That makes me feel a little bit better. It makes me feel like I'm not wasting my time doing this. And obviously the subscriptions do really make me feel like that as well. So cheers to everybody out there. I really do appreciate it. I wanted to just kind of inform you guys that I am working on the next one, and I have a few more videos lined up in the future. And I just want to ask something real quick here before I ramble on too much. I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible. But I'm a talker, so it just kind of gets away from me sometimes. But I did watch several movies in movie theaters and just on DVD and Blu-ray through the kind of the holiday weekend. By the way, hopefully all of your holidays worked out well for you. Hope you ate to your heart's content, and if you partake of the devil's drink, I hope you drank to your heart's content too. But I watched a lot of movies, and I'm not gonna lie, I have done 2 separate videos where I sit down here and I talk to you about a movie that I just got done watching, but I've ended up deleting them because honestly I don't want to be one of those guys where it's just like, oh, I'm doing amateurish at editing and video game reviews. Might as well switch over to to movie reviews too, because, oh man, you're good at one thing, that means you're good at everything, right? No, that's not it at all. Sorry. But if you guys would be interested in stuff like that, just by all means, inform me. I don't want to be one of those guys where it's like, well, I don't want to do it if it's gonna waste my time. I just, if enough people are just like, oh yeah, let's go ahead and try it out, Zach, and yeah, I'll fucking look ahead of it. But the main reason why I made this was, besides thanking everybody for subscribing, all the nice words, all the likes, comments, everything, which I really do appreciate. I don't want to get back into that because I will pull a Markiplier and I will talk about that about 5 million times before the end of this video. So I'm not going to do that. But I guess the main thing I was trying to say is it's coming near the time, kind of between Thanksgiving and Christmas, that people can kind of lose sight of all of what's kind of best in the world. There's plenty to be pissed off about. You can be online and see way more negativity than positivity, which I don't know why I'm saying that, because I'm a very cynical person. If anybody is at least remotely nice, I'm like, okay, what do you want from this? Do you want money? Is that what you're wanting? Do you want money? I mean, do you want the subscribers? Do you want the likes? Whatever. What do you want? Because I always think on the cynical side, because people are assholes. There's no easier way of saying that. People can be assholes, and they typically are, because it's easier to be an asshole than it is to be a saint. But around this time, I always think about the positives, because Thanksgiving, I love it. You go over and you eat typically free food. So maybe you'll have to bring a relish tray or something like that, but you typically eat some very good food. You drink a lot, at least I do. I mean, again, anybody else who doesn't do that. Hang out with my family, who I really, really do enjoy being around, and it's just a great time. And then from that time to Christmas, I mean, there's going to be a lot of bullshit. There's going to be Black Fridays. There's going to be searching for the right present. You try to find a present for a person who's already bought everything for themselves. It's going to be tough. I know, I realize that. I have a handful of people that I have no idea what to buy for, ever. Ever! Because they always buy everything for themselves, because they're rich snobs. But that's beside the point. There's a lot of negative stuff that can bog you down. And especially with the internet, with the way it is, it's very easy. You know, the Magic the Gathering community is up in a tizzy about some guy being an asshole. It's the internet. He can do whatever the hell he wants. EA's being general dickishness. Net neutrality's coming out. Thor 3 came out. On the flip side, Justice League came out. Those are the two that I saw in theaters, and I was not impressed with either. I'm just gonna say that. That's my short review. 6 out of 10, both of them. But I think we all need to realize that there's also a lot of good stuff, a lot of positive stuff out there that you can be happy about. Like I said, it's easier to look on the negatives than it is to look at the positives, because the positives is bullshit. Most of the time, it's like, oh, I'm breathing. I have air in my lungs. I have food on my table. It's like, okay, yeah, we're not living in a third world country or in China. Got it. That's perfect. But what about blank? What about me almost losing my job? What about me not getting paid enough? What about this? What about that? I might not be able to get presents for all of my family and friends because I don't get paid enough. Whatever. But instead of looking on all those negatives, I feel like it's time to look at some of the positives. And I'm not talking about the easy positives like I just mentioned. Oh, you can eat. Oh, you can drink. Oh, you have air to breathe. Yeah, okay then. Thank you. But it's nice to be wanted. It's nice to feel wanted, guys. And everybody, no matter how much of a loner you think you are, no matter how much of a bullshit like person, especially since if you're younger, I've been through the phase where it's, I don't need nobody and nothing. But you go do the whole nobody and nothing route for about 3 months, and you'll realize that you need somebody. That's why solitary confinement is probably the worst thing to happen in prison, because you may be getting butt-fucked by Bubba, but you know that Bubba loves you that much because he's butt-fucking you. You have that human contact. You got that something. And it's very rare that someone has nothing. You have a hamster. You have a beta fish. You have You know, I'm thinking at the very lower spectrum. You have an animal to take care of and an animal that depends on you, loves you. I would prefer a dog. If anybody doesn't have a dog, doesn't have any pet allergies, doesn't live in an apartment that doesn't allow a dog, get a dog. Dogs are amazing. Dogs are fantastic. And then on the upper hand, you have, you know, families that still talk to you. You have children, wives, girlfriends, fiancés, whatever the hell it is. But it's really easy to overlook something like that. It's not something minimal like eating and drinking. It's someone's there for you. And not trying to get religious here. I am a religious man myself. I know it may not seem like that. I'm probably not highest up on the piety list, but a deity that looks out for you of whatever kind. I'm not choosing any specific type. But it's easy to forget all that stuff when it's been in your life forever. My dogs, I fucking kick them every single... Not kick them. I'm joking. I was going to say I kick them every single day. That's a joke. I'm joking. But I do yell at them, push them out of my way when I'm trying to get dinner ready and stuff like that. And I generally just treat them like shit. But if one of them ever died, I'm going to pull a Punisher and I'm going to find out who fucking killed them. And if they died of old age or something like that, I don't know how I'm going to have to get after the Grim Reaper, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna put on the mask. I'm gonna put on the Punisher shirt, Punisher like fucking Columbine jacket, and I'm just gonna see how I can destroy the Grim Reaper. But that's beside the point, guys. Positivity. I don't believe in it a lot because I feel like if you're too positive, you could be easily hurt. That's the way it is. That's why a lot of these college students are very, very upset all the time because they went their entire lives without ever having to be told no, without ever having to deal with anything upsetting. And I've dealt with a lot of I've dealt a lot with upsetting. I've had people cheat on me. I've had bullying in high school, bullying in college, bullying a lot for some reason. I don't understand why. I don't get it, but it doesn't matter because it made me stronger. And obviously the internet. You can only be called faggot cunt so many times before you're like, oh, that's cute. What am I, in middle school again? But think positively, guys. And if you need some help being positive, check out my videos. And since I put out a video once every 1 to 2 weeks, come on my stream. I'll leave it in the description here today. If you need a little pick-me-up and you're not offended by cussing or the toxic Twitch chats or, you know, maybe some drinking, especially on the weekends, I got the Twitch channel for you. But this is to everybody who has subscribed, who has been patient for me, hasn't unsubscribed when the 1 week has gone by and I haven't put out a video. I do this for a hobby, by all means. I am not trying to make this a career yet. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I'm happy with just this being a creative outlet. But again, I want to cheers everybody for this, for all of the people who watch me, for all the people who leave criticism in my comments, every fucking thing. I don't fucking care. I'm glad to entertain you as much as I can. Raise your glasses of, beer, whiskey, apple juice, water. I don't fucking care. Cheers to a happy future and to, let's say, 800 more subs. How about that, right? Cheers.